a bite of this. This is going to blow your mind. There are things on there that you wouldn't put with walleye. We have this focaccia bread made for us, right? So on walleye, this has
I'm Doug with America's Best Restaurants. We're traveling the country, coast to coast, to find restaurants that you should dine at on a weekly basis, like Christopher's right here in Kettering, Ohio. Now, the place has been around for over 30 years, and it's known as a diner. Oh, trust me, this isn't your typical diner fare. Lunch, breakfast, dinner. Yeah, they've got some of the traditionals, but they have stuff that is untraditional for what you would think. So why don't you come with me? Let's go inside. Let's talk to Dave and Erica and find out more about this hidden gem called Christopher's. All right, we're back, we're inside. I said 5 items out front. Lo and behold, we have 5. We have Dave, we have Erica. They own and operate Christopher's. So let's get right to it. Dave, item number 1 in front of you, that salmon, that thing is a piece of, it's beautiful.
Absolutely. This is a fairly new dish over the last 8 to 10 months. It is a combination of 2 things that are been long-standing sellers at the restaurant. We have great salmon here. People come from all over to get it. And we also have great crab cakes. And one of our chefs last fall said, hey, I think we should marry our crab cakes with our salmon and create a whole new dish. So we created crab stuffed salmon, and Chef Donovan made a really, really nice light cream, cheese cream sauce that goes over the top. And people are just amazed at how good it is when the 2 things kind of from the past come together in something new.
All right, I don't want to be rude and reach it.
Oh, you got to.
I got to do it. So
yeah,
let me ask you, you 2 have owned the restaurant now for, was it about 3 years?
Almost 3 years, yeah.
So what changes, what things have you evolved with some of the menu items, the overall way that you approach it? Because it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Right.
What changes did you guys make?
You know, that's crazy. That's a great question. When we first bought it, this February will be 31 years. And when we first bought it, everybody was, quick to tell us, like, don't make any changes. Oh, don't change anything. And so we really didn't for the first 6 or 7 months. We just tried to focus on making the quality of the food go up and the quality of the service. So for a lot of years, it was known as, it's been a long-standing community staple, as you might well imagine, in a 30-year track record. But for us, we wanted just to kind of evolve into more than just a diner, right? So this was an example of taking 2 things that were on the old menu, the one of the best salmons you'll have anywhere in this area, and crab cakes that people are always surprised when they eat it, like it's coming out of this little place, how good they are. And so this Reuben Sandwich, as an example, this has been on the menu, I believe, all 31 years. This was a staple product from the beginning when it was kind of a walk up and order something for lunch. My understanding is you would come in and you would say, hey, I want the Reuben Sandwich. I'll take the mushroom bisque, which has been the same recipe that people love for 30 some years, right? So this is a sandwich that we sell tons of every day. It's what Christopher's has always been, something we didn't change, right? Now, we changed it in the sense that the bread's a little bit bigger. We made our own homemade coleslaw, which is really quite nice. Most people really enjoy that. And so we made the lunch itself or the offering itself just better, right? In our opinion. Yeah. I want your job.
That's solid.
Come
on with me, man.
Yeah. I have your job when the off camera, right? Yeah.
No, you can come along with me, Dave.
Yeah.
That is solid. So It's the best of the old with the best of the new.
You know, kind of. I think, you know, listen, when we first got here, everybody thought of this restaurant as, even though it was a long-standing, you know, business in the community, very community-focused and Kettering-focused, it was, I think, more of a diner mentality, if nothing else. We have great home-cooked meals. Our chicken and noodles is a long-standing recipe. People come from all over to get it. Pot roast stew, beef Manhattan. Those are things that have been around for a long time. And I think we finally realized when we really made the jump to start growing exponentially, the business that had been here for 30 some years, was when we realized that it is what it is. We're a diner, and that if we want to stay and grow this business, we have to embrace the fact that that's what we are, a diner, right? It's mostly on the space. And so I just sat our staff down and said, guys, we're better than a diner. Your food is amazing. I don't know how to cook a thing. I've seen your shows in the past, and you know, you interview the chefs and whatever, the owner chefs, and I don't cook. I don't know how to cook anything. And Erica, while she's a pretty good cook, she only knows how to cook stuff for us, right? And our kids. And so neither one of us have that background. But what we both bring to this restaurant, in my opinion, or in our opinion, is we love our customers. I think if you were to go and talk to customers, they would say, not only is the food really gotten a lot better than it ever has been in the past, I'm talking about things that have been around a long time, right? But just the new things that our chef and our staff have been able to do. This scallion and shrimp scampi, people are surprised they get it in this little atmosphere diner-like, right? And they're amazed at how tender and how well cooked the scallops are.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, sometimes even I'm amazed. I am humbled every time I carry a plate out. You know, people stop me 20 times a night and just say, this is like the best, whatever it is, scampi that I've ever had. And we're just like, isn't that amazing that people just, yeah, they love it.
Diner food.
Yeah.
That's good. That is really, really good.
Thank you. Appreciate that. But we're not fancy. I make jokes online all the time on our Facebook page that, you know, we don't do delicate, we don't do fancy. Some of these restaurants think they're all that, and they type out every spice and everything. If we do a dish, I say, look, this is our famous crab cake mixture with our long-time favorite salmon for a crab stuffed salmon, and this is an amazing wild rice blend and jumbo asparagus. You're not going to want to miss this, right? I don't think that making it fancy and trying to talk above the people, if you're drawn to a dish because it has some fancy named herb or spice, you know what? I'm not smart enough to be able to put all that together, right? This is one our new recent in our menu. We added. There's nowhere in this city that you can get walleye that is what I would call restaurant-worthy walleye, right? We added a walleye dinner, and as a byproduct of that, we started this walleye sandwich. And I'm gonna tell you something, when you take a bite of this, this is gonna blow your mind. There are things on there that you wouldn't put with walleye. We have this focaccia bread made for us, right? So on walleye, this has bacon on it, right? And I think people are kind of surprised, like when they read the description, that bacon and walleye don't go together. But with the aioli that we created, and I think the batter is our batter, and I think it's got a really nice texture. We had it just a little bit sweet, and I think people bite into it and they're like, this is walleye? This is amazing. The focaccia bread is grilled. We have it made for us.
That's amazing.
Yeah, thank you. And you can get this like,
keep talking, I'm gonna keep eating.
yeah, so what we're trying to do is like this walleye sandwich is available for lunch and dinner, but at dinner we do a 10-ounce walleye fillet, same batter. We make a 4-cheese homemade mac and cheese by order, right? And with your choice of either jumbo asparagus, or we have amazing broccoli that we serve as a vegetable as well. But and that dinner is like this traditional walleye dinner that you would get, mac and cheese and a vegetable bread, a salad, except it's on steroids. I mean, when you see the 10-ounce filet come out on this beautiful platter and the mac and cheese, people are blown away. Like, in this place, right? I mean, they look around and they think, where are we, right? I mean, and so therefore we said, we don't want to be a diner. we want to be a sexy diner, and I think that people laugh about that, and our customers have fun with that. But we're not like a 5-star restaurant in terms of like the atmosphere and all that. But what we are. 5-star, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, and I think where we want to be 5 stars, we want everybody to be amazed when they come and they eat something here, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And we want them to walk out. We never say we want them to say, "Oh, that's the best food," or "That was the best experience." We talk to our staff about when we want people. Eric and I want people when they leave to say, "God, I love Christopher's." Right? I mean, they don't know why. It's a combination of the food was like crazy good. We loved on them. Our staff loved on them. We appreciated them. We chatted with them. We're living life together with our customers. This is a crazy time, and I think connecting with the people that come in. The business did more in dine-in than it's ever done in the history of this restaurant in 30 years over the hardest 12 months it's ever been through, right? Now just think about that. Why? I think it's a combination of interesting and amazing food and long-standing favorites that have continued to get better. And I think a staff and ownership that care and love. People want to know all the time, what are you doing different that makes this Reuben better than any time I've ever had it here? And we just say we have same staff, we buy from the same people. The only thing we're doing different is we put a lot more love into it. Early on, if it came up and the bread was a little dark, we said, no, we're not serving that, right? I mean, we can do better than that. And everybody started to realize that even though they never felt a lot of value in themselves with the things they made, that they made amazing food. And we just said, you're damn valuable, right? I mean, really, you are valuable. And I don't know how to cook. You just keep making great food and we'll keep loving on customers and they'll keep telling their friends to come in and see us. Last thing that makes this kind of fun is this is a stuffed chicken breast. And, this is the first time I saw it, but every week we do a breakfast feature, a dinner feature, and a lunch feature. And this just happens to be this week's dinner feature. And I think people are going to be surprised the combination of flavors. There's nothing fancy about that, right? We did and it's nothing fancy.
Jam.
Yeah, we put we just featured our new bacon jam, so we're trying to put it in other dishes to kind of give people like hey, here's bacon jam in this kind of a dish versus just on the burger. We last week we did, or the week before we did one featuring our new grits. I mean, you can't get grits in this area anywhere that are what I would say worth eating, right? The texture, the flavor, and all that. And I'm not bragging on them. I'm just telling you what people told us.
Anything like this.
Yeah.
I'm talking with my mouth.
Oh, that's all right.
That's no rude.
We get in lots of those kind of conversations in the restaurant. Yeah.
So these are just 5 of the items. There's a whole lot more on the menu. There's breakfast, lunch, there's dinner. I want to come back to shoot another episode so we can talk about breakfast too. So if you are in the general Dayton area, this is the place you need to be at on a weekly basis. Easy. If you're visiting this area, there's always something going on in the Dayton general area. Then you need to put them on your GPS and get here. So how can people find you?
That's a great question. So we spend most of our, we're not a chain restaurant, so we have a lot of interaction with our customers, and they're very kind and generous with their reviews and things like that. So how we communicate mostly to them is through our Facebook page at Christopher's Restaurant in Kettering, Ohio. On our Facebook page, we have fun with that. We have funny bitmojis that we try to use every now and then to make lighten up people's days. We put a lot of pictures of our food there. It's an easy way to stay up with what our features are and what are coming up special. We also have a presence on Instagram, and so you can find Christopher Restaurant on Instagram as well. Or you can go to www.christophers.biz, and we're just getting ready to transition our brand new menu site where you now can see the selections that you have available at the restaurant and prices and descriptions. we're real excited that we've been in catering for 25 years. This place has been catering and multi-generational, right? And just recently we opened down the street, about 10 or 12 minutes, we opened up a new facility that we called the Gem by Christopher's. We won Dayton's Best Hidden Gem, and so we named it the Gem, and we want to try to be able to now take what we've done with the restaurant and the food and the quality, the service, the commitment, the love and appreciation with the customers and connection, and be able to do their weddings and receptions and parties and things like that, where we can do walleye as a feature. You don't get walleye on a catering menu very often.
Yeah. Try this. Trust me. They also have a full listing right here on americasbestrestaurants.com. Click the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel. You get more updates. So these are just 5 of the menu items. Believe me, get in here, check out the menu, and order to your heart's content. You're going to love it. So I'm going to dig in. We're going to chat. Until the next episode, I'm out.